You've probably heard all these acronyms: RBI, CBI, ED. It's like an alphabet soup, right? It can feel super confusing, maybe even on purpose. But don't worry, we're going to untangle this whole web right here, right now.
Think about it. Every time you tap your card for coffee, or check your stock portfolio, or even just get your salary credited, there's this huge, invisible system making sure everything works. So the real question is, who are these guardians? Well, let's go find out.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the main protectors. These are the big four regulators, the ones who basically watch over the entire financial world.
All right, to make this super simple, just imagine India's financial world is split into four big kingdoms. You've got the RBI, the absolute king of banking and all things money. Then there's SEBI, kind of like the sharp-eyed watchdog of the wild world of stock markets. For insurance, your protector is IRDAI. And when it comes to your retirement savings, that's PFRDA's turf. See, each one has its own clear territory, so no part of your financial life is left unprotected.
So let's just boil it down, right? Money in the bank, that's RBI's domain. Playing the stock market, CBI's got your back. That insurance policy you have, guarded by IRDAI. And your pension for the future, PFRDA is watching over it. It's a really smart, really crucial division of labor.
But, just protecting money is only half the battle. We also need to grow it, right? That's where the builders come in. These are the institutions whose main job is to pump money into key areas and really build up the economy. So, who are these architects of growth?
First on the list is NABARD. Think of it as the special bank for India's farmers and villages. Now, here's the interesting part. NABARD doesn't usually give loans directly to farmers. Instead, it gives money to other banks, basically saying, hey, here's some cash, now go lend it out for agriculture. It's a clever way to make sure money gets to where it's needed most in the rural economy.
Okay, so if NABARD is for farmers, who's for small businesses? That would be SIDBI. SIDBI is the champion for all the MSMEs, the small and medium businesses that are literally the backbone of our economy. Its whole purpose is to make sure these small companies can get the loans they need to get started, to run their business, and to grow.
So, what about taking Indian business global? How do our companies compete on the world stage? Well, that's where Exim Bank steps in. It's the Export-Import Bank. It gives our exporters the financial firepower they need. And get this, it even gives loans to other countries, but with a catch. They have to use that money to buy stuff from India. How smart is that? It's a fantastic way to push the Made in India brand worldwide.
All right, but let's be real. Wherever there's a lot of money, there's always the chance for some shady business. And that brings us to our next group, the financial detectives. These are the agencies that hunt down the crooks. Okay, this is where a lot of people get confused, so let's break it down. You've got the ED and the DRI. Both of them work for the finance ministry. The ED's job is to go after money launderers, while the DRI is focused on smugglers. Simple enough? But then you have the SFIO. It's different. It reports to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and its job is to investigate those huge, complex corporate scams you read about. The main thing to remember is each one has its own very specific lane.
Okay, so we've talked about the big picture stuff, high finance, corporate crime, but what about you and me? What about the safety nets that protect us in our daily lives? Let's zoom right in on that.
Okay, look at this number, just 5 lakh. This might be one of the most important numbers for anyone who has a bank account in India. Any idea what it is?
It means that your money in the bank up to 5 lakh rupees is insured. We're talking savings accounts, fixed deposits, current accounts, all of it. This is thanks to something called the DICGC, which is basically a part of the RBI. So, in the worst case scenario, if your bank actually fails, you are guaranteed to get your money back, up to that 5 lakh limit. That is a huge peace of mind. And that safety net, it's not just for your bank account. It's on the stuff you buy every single day. You've seen these marks, right? Well, think of them as promises. That ISI mark, that's the Bureau of Indian Standards saying an electronic item is safe. AG mark on your ghee or honey, that means it's quality checked. The hallmark on jewelry, that guarantees the gold is pure. And that FSSAI logo on your snacks, that means it's safe to eat. They're all there to protect.
And last but not least, in our safety net section, we have the market referee, the CCI, or the Competition Commission of India. Its job is to blow the whistle on foul play. They make sure no one company gets so big and powerful that it can just set whatever price it wants and kill off all the smaller players. By stopping monopolies and unfair tricks, the CCI makes sure that we, the customers, get fair prices and lots of options to choose from.
So we've met the guardians, the builders, and the detectives. Now let's switch gears and talk about the absolute magic that's happening behind the scenes, the incredible engine that powers all of our digital money today.
You know, there's this one financial body that's probably the most important one you use every single day, but you've probably never even heard of it. Seriously, you use their stuff constantly. Any guesses what it is?
It's the NPCI, the National Payments Corporation of India. And here's the really wild part. It's not a government body. It's actually a not-for-profit company started by the RBI and a bunch of Indian banks. And this one organization, they're the geniuses who created UPI, RuPay cards, FASTag, IMPS. I mean, the list goes on. They are, without question, the engine driving India's entire digital payment explosion.
And of course, all that digital magic, none of it works without a solid, trustworthy digital ID. And that's where UIDAI comes in. They're the authority that manages Aadhaar. Aadhaar is the foundation, right? It's the secure ID that lets you do everything from opening a bank account in minutes on your phone to getting government benefits sent straight to you.
So, there you have it. We've gone on a whole journey, from the classic guardians of money to the architects of our new digital world. It kind of leaves you with a big question, doesn't it? As money stops being paper and becomes just data, just pure information, what will the financial guardian of the future even look like? Something to think about.